Welcome to the Knakal News Network. Knakal News Network is brought to you by Massey Knakal Realty Services, New York's #1 building sales firm.
Hi, I'm John Celestri, Content Director for ALM's Real Estate Media Group, and I want to welcome you to the Knakal News Network. I'm here with Bob Knakal, Chairman of Massey Knakal. Bob, let's talk about New York State.
The economy in New York State has shifted dramatically over the past few decades. We went from a manufacturing economy up to the 70s to an economy where manufacturing has left the state, which really focused on downstate or the New York City metro area as the catalyst for driving economic activity in New York.
What about the fiscal condition?
The importance of the New York City metro area to the entire state is very obvious. About 73% of all income is earned by folks in the New York City metro area.
So what can New York State do better?
Well, John, one of the concerns we have is that the budget is in a precarious situation on a state basis. Spending is far in excess of revenue, and that is an unsustainable thing. And those costs are effectively crowding out very important needs that the state has, like education and job training and infrastructure. And so to the extent that we don't get that budget in order, these are things that are going to continue to be problematic for the continued strength of the New York State economy.
You once wrote that New York is the tax capital.
We've had taxes increase on the most successful among us, and with the mobility that people have today, where they're able to use technology to operate almost from anywhere, it is a very, very compelling argument to go to a tax-advantaged location.
So economically, where is the growth in New York State?
Well, I think areas where we're seeing growth is in the tech sector, technology companies, tech training. Those things are moving along very well. But I think there are things that we could do that would enhance economic development even further. Fracking is one of them. The natural gas reserves that we have are very significant, and if you look at the experience that has been happening in states like Pennsylvania and North Dakota, where they've implemented a fracking program, they've created tens of thousands of jobs. The same thing would happen here. That would add hundreds of millions of dollars of economic development to the state, and is something that we really should look into.
Explain to me what New York can do more and why we haven't taken more advantage of public-private partnerships.
Well, I think that's a great question. That's something that we really should focus on a little bit more. Our bridges, tunnels, roads, airports need constant maintenance. They need capital improvements. And to take advantage of public-private partnership structures are something that could inject billions of dollars into the economy. With the way the budget is currently set up, the fixed cost part of the budget makes it almost impossible to do anything significant on a tax reduction basis. But to the extent we were able to raise significant monies through public-private partnerships of some of our infrastructure, it would allow money to enable for the moderating a little bit of our tax burden. So in summary, the New York State budget is in fragile condition. This condition is crowding out important projects like education, job training, and infrastructure. High-income earners are moving out of the state given the high tax burdens faced here. While politically unpopular, our natural gas reserves, accessed through fracking, could create tens of thousands of jobs. The use of private-public partnerships could add significant dollars to help pay down debt, reduce taxes, and invest in education.
Thank you for joining us today. Tune in next week for another installment on the Knakal News Network.